Hey everyone, welcome back to Sprocket, and today we're back with another paper design of my weird paper tanks I made a long time ago. Back when I was like in seventh grade. I don't know how old it was. But I was seventh grade, and I made so many weird vehicles back then. A lot of them were just copy of other vehicles, and then I kind of started making my own unique vehicle, like this little guy, cute little object Panzer one. Wait, he's not. No, it's just object Panzer just five. Yeah, hey. I was like, alright, this isn't 116. We're making 116. This is President Ethan here, and I realized that I've just been saying 116 when it's actually Object Panzer 16. I just said way more 116 than rather say 16, and it's probably because I kept saying before I recorded 160. So the one was something that I kept going in my brain. Anyways, if you guys want to go count how many times I say 116, go ahead, enjoy the video. We're making Object Panzer 116B, and I'm going to try to hopefully not do a restart of the freaking recording, because this is like the sixth time trying to get it started. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so we're gonna basically try to design this unique Panzer of mine. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I actually kind of like the design. Now, what separate this one compared to Object Panzer 116A? It's the turret is much bigger, and compared to A, it's just a smaller turret. I think that's all they're doing different. Is besides the guns probably also different, but I don't know what the guns are. Back then, I don't even know what gun was. How to how to actually make guns look actual right. I don't want to talk about how bad some of the drawings are. We probably will get to them whenever that happens, but we're not here with any of those weird drawings. Um, just Object Pincer 116B. But if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, spread the channel, and of course, smash the like button, and of course, leave a comment down below because um, I don't know any comments. I guess if you guys enjoy these vehicles and kind of want to see more of these, and let's just get into the video, or I guess let's start making this weird, wacky Soviet tank design. I guess it kind of does look like a Soviet tank. Now look at it. I don't know why it's getting a German designation to it, but yeah, we don't want to talk about that. So we name it is Object Panzer 16. Yeah, I named too many vehicles with 16 and something else or nothing. There's like Object Panzer 160, Object Panzer 116, 116B. There's too many. There. Did I say 116? There's no 116. I mean, it's just. There's too many different variations. Actually, okay. So we name it, it's Object Panzer 116B, and of course now that doesn't really help us for a lot of crap because we're nowhere near close. So of course we're going to do the more simple things. We're going to go here, squish that together because that doesn't exist. I don't want that like that. We need that. It only has the actual whole design is quite easy. Thank you if you passed me for actually making vehicles actually easy for me to understand. Now I don't have to be all upset when I have to like I don't know, just I won't be that upset because sometimes I give myself these very difficult holes and I don't really like that. It hurts my feelings. It hurts my past self to know that it hurts the future self that past self never thought about the future. Well, then again, he was eating school food, and of course, I always preach that school food is bad for you, kids. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't listen to me. Okay, guys, just don't. But let's see. I guess um I can't really actually like properly engage the actual width. I mean the height of the tank or the width or any of that. I generally don't have actual model to go off of this. And this paper that I designed off does not have any lines to easily help me know what is like how many lines there is. With certain papers, I actually try to go with the lines and go with a certain amount of numbers of lines so it can slightly help me. But today we don't have that, so uh, past me do not help at all. You kind of just made future me kind of upset a bit. So, oh well. He was eating school food still. Same thing. So, anyways, I think we want to make it slightly wider, and then for the first time, I don't have to go in I don't have to enter freedom form to actually edit this. Usually I do, which always sucks, and I don't like it. Hooray for us! We don't have to care at all. Now, something that I notice about or something you can easily notice about these vehicles I draw is that all the black section on the drawing is supposed to represent armor, and you probably can tell why does the back section of the tank have so much armor, and why does the top as well? There's no the only thing you might find some javelins, but javelins do not exist in this fancy world, not yet. So why are there javelins or stuff like that? And the answer to your question is I have freaking no idea. Do you think I was thinking about the present or the future? No, I wasn't. So we're just going to leave that all to just let's hope that we know what we're doing. So yeah, there's the armor value on this vehicle. Okay, I did not actually have actual armor value. I did like a video on Object Panzer 160 about giving its actual armor, and it's just terrible. The thing is like over 100 tons, and I don't generally like it. And at the same time, I don't like these wheels. I guess the wheels are not in detail in this picture, so do they matter? Not really. And of course, all these drawings that I have are just so old that they kind of don't make any sense at all. So don't criticize them where why is your drawing so terrible? Like I understand they're terrible, okay? Believe me, I understand how terrible they are, and I don't really suggest people to um, try to draw any of these. They're bad, okay? I don't like them. I just drew them and then I became upset about it. So the more easy part is kind of complete. Now the difficult part is here, and I'm not really the most excited about it. And that is going to take a chess turret. Where are all these turrets named? Actually, let me go check. Two split turret. Cube! Cube. I love cubes. And this is just, I guess, nope, it just doesn't have a name. Okay, cool. I was about to say, does that have an actual name to it? No, it doesn't. So, the thing I don't like about the cast turrets is that there's just so many points. It's annoying. However, it just had to just deal with it. That's just how we're going to do it. So we're going to try our best to understand which is which. Hopefully, our brain is 2,000 times smarter than the average human to understand this type of thing. The turret is so weird. I don't recommend ever trying to design this tank at all. Because no one is. That's the best part. No one is going to be ever designing this tank at all. Which is a very big good bonus point for us. It's like someone's like actually building it. It'd be very sad if someone building this. Oh wait, I am building this. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully, I'm okay with this. Not really. Now, I kind of want to give this more of a Soviet tank design or turret design. So we're going to try our best to actually kind of give it more of a Soviet turret design. Like, of course, Cold War, but that's going to be quite a difficult task. I say that because I never done something like this before. So trying to do this now is going to be quite difficult and very annoying, but you know, you have to live with it, guys. Something I learned in life, just deal with it. Now, if anyone have not joined the Reddit Sprocket community, I highly recommend you guys try or at least join it because in there I actually put some polls for videos that, or at least tanks that I will be designing later on. So of course, if you guys want to actually join the poll or join the community and see the poll or be part of the poll, of course, you know, do it. It's in Reddit, Sprocket. I don't know. It's I don't know. I just make these cool polls of tanks I made. Why not? Just you have to make something cool. Even though this is okay, I think the turret is coming out like good enough. Like, to be honest, that's what I think. I may be very wrong about it. I think the turret is actually like really really good. Just the only thing I could think of that I might need to do is make the turret more wider, as well as more long when it comes to more of the back section of the tank. Is what I'm thinking. I do like the shape, but the front is fine. Like you get like over this point of view, you can probably ask for the turret to be slightly one pushed backwards. I just realized I don't know how the crew's going to escape from there. I guess they just have a hatch in the front. This is why I don't have. There's certain vehicles that don't have a model yet, so I didn't really understand all this stuff. But yeah, I don't really want to know. But we need to move all this section a slight bit more back. We need to get this classic pan turret design of the Soviet tanks. Like I do like the pan turret of the Soviet tanks. It actually is a unique design, and I like it. It's just not the most effective. I'm very sorry, but it's cool. But that's kind of all. It's quite hard trying to find something to talk about in these videos sometimes because it's just me making a tank and hope people actually want to watch this stuff. I did get a comment recently about I need to start being more. You make these videos more fast paced. So hopefully this video will be more fast paced. One of the issues I realize is that my videos are quite slow from, especially Sprocket. For those videos, I think my videos are fast paced in the mid section, but for the early sections in the video, that's kind of where everything goes a bit more slow. So I kind of really want to try to get a bit more fast paced in this. So hopefully this is a bit more fast for you guys. I don't really know. Let me know down in the comments because I don't really know much about. Even though I probably should need more, learn more about analytics. I'm not really the best. I am still very not really new to YouTube. I've been doing this for a few years. Just is just not really good for sometimes for certain things. Oh, whoa, Spock's tank. Oh, ugh, it's creepy. Oh, it's creepy. Go back and just keep it. Yeah, don't look at it. We don't want to look at that. Let's not try to remember what it is. I can barely remember anyways. Okay, so we got a good turret. I think I don't know, but I think this will be a good turret design. No, I could probably fix the top. No, like a bit more. The top section could be a bit more dragged out. Of course, what I could have just done is just flatten the entire roof part, but I don't really want to flat like all the roof. It doesn't need to be flattened. It just doesn't always need to. So we don't really need to flatten it more. Like push the turret down more. I think it's like a perfect height. No, I don't really have no idea. I have no idea what the gun would basically be called in this vehicle because I did not make good gun names and or just overall like reputation. Like some of them names don't make sense. Like yeah, some of them just don't really make any sense at all. But like yeah, you don't really want to ask what happened when I was a little kid. It's sad. Sad stuff happened. So I did not make good tanks. I want to keep blaming younger self. I think that's a good idea. It's like blame your younger self, and it's absolutely fine. Blame him, not yourself. The current you, good. The old self, bad. So the next thing we want to do is start making the gun. This will be a kind of short video because usually it takes like a long time for the hull to come, like, to be built. But I guess this one didn't. So let's go with the good old classic Soviet turret or Soviet. What is this? A IS Su-85. Okay, cool. It's quite big. I don't know how. I don't know why it's this big, but I don't know how big this gun is gonna be. It definitely might be. Well, I have no idea. Okay, let's see. The gun is probably. Which the object Panzer was, or at least the object Panzer 160 was a 200. Let's make this a 110. So 110 caliber gun with probably about let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess we'll go to 4. Let's make the first part about like 30. I guess we could already do. Let's see, 30, 30. Let's see, then we want this section to be like the 30. It goes into the 25, I guess. 20. That stays at 20. No, no, not 30, 20. We want this to be the 20 that goes into the 10. Alright, there we go. And we're going to push this gun right here. And this is how I later make tanks, so let's see. We want the second part to be the recoil. This is going to be a quite long gun, so yeah, give me the port. There you go. All the way to be 6 meters long. I'm joking. Not going to be 6 meters. I think that's going to be big enough. It's a very big gun, but I kind of want to change some of the other values. There you go. So it's a 50 millimeter shaft to a 50 to a 40. That goes to a 30 shaft and 30 to 10. I don't know. Oh, they're not shafts. They're just barrel length, basically. Sections. Yeah, they're just called segments. I don't know why I call them shafts. I don't know why. But okay, so we want to now do. We want to kind of bring this gun just go squish into the turret. And the gun kind of sits more like right around here, like more in the lower section of the turret. It's quite small, but okay, let's try to see how this gun looks. Oh, depression. The tank is just depressed, I forgot. But, let's see, the turret? I like the turret. The turret looks very, very weirdly shaped. So I also forgot to do, but we need to put armor in this. But, yeah, I still want to get the gun in first. And just because the gun does take space up. Okay, so we got the armor ready, and, well, the upper plate is only 100 millimeters of armor, but it has a freaking angle of, well, this was just say, okay, let's input some numbers in there, and this is what we got. The front armor of the hull is just impenetrable, with basically effective armor up to like 500 to 400 millimeter armor, which is something that the game, I don't think any gun can just penetrate, like, without modding, which of course well, when I mean modding, I mean like just configuring, but I don't do configuring much, or config. I don't config my files that much, and like only did once, and that's all. It was just a test, and I just didn't really do much with it. But besides that, this is what we got, and nothing that I know can penetrate this. Yes, there's this green spot, but that's just a mantlet, which is also backed up by 600 and 500 millimeters of armor. Like, I think the maximum is like 400 millimeters of armor, and that's just still nothing can penetrate that. The side is much more easier, with the turret only being like 50 or 150. You don't want to aim at the top section, of course, and the side is only 60 millimeters of armor. The rear of the tank is very vulnerable, with some prices in this being affecting armor of freaking 150. I mean, just 170 of all that. Wow. And of course, the rear turret is just 100 millimeters of armor. I could probably get rid of the lower section to like, yeah, 15, I guess. Like, okay, there we go. That's less armor. It's at least something. That doesn't really help us with the amount of space we have. And we haven't even got a good engine on here. And the engine sucks, as usual, when you usually spawn with a vehicle or a new vehicle. They usually give you a very, very terrible engine, which always says very fast. And with the driver, we don't really go anywhere. We don't know what direction life is. So we're gonna have to like or not config, we're gonna have to like figure out how to get rid of some weight. Which of course, a more smart thing to do is probably get rid of some of that frontal turret plate, because and maybe front of that front turret, or front turret and whole armor, just because this thing does not need all that armor. It doesn't have a good engine, doesn't even have any ammunition to fire out. So yeah, we're gonna have to like get all that configured. That wheel does not seem really There's something wrong with those wheelbases I can think of. I don't know. Maybe we're just missing a piece of wheel in there. I don't know. Could be. Yeah, so we make some room, but it's not a lot of room. So we can try to place some ammunition into the turret, but we're probably not going to have that much success of having like much ammunition in the turret, just because the room we have for the turret or ammunition in the turret is quite small. Like we don't really have a lot of space in there, so all the armor takes like half the space, unfortunately. But we have to deal with it. Try and sell at least some ammunition there to get at least the gun at least something to do, or just sit there and do absolutely nothing. Get over here. I want you to be attached to this section. Just there you go. Let's just try to do a symmetry to it. I don't really know what we're doing really much. We just have to at least get some turrets, some ammunition to the turret, but it is very quite difficult, and we don't have the ability to have like two-piece ammunition, and it's not really good when you don't have that ability. Because it is probably a thing that we should have, especially for the Soviet tanks. As that is something that they did with their tanks, just have two-piece ammunition, so it's just easier to store it. Unfortunately, all we got is just one giant long stick cannon, or one shell, so just stick it into the cannon and just shoot. Now, unfortunately, we do need some space, and oh great, we haven't got like ammunition now into like we haven't got done with the freaking fuel, or not fuel, yeah, I guess the fuel and just ammunition overall, and the engine. We haven't got any of that. So we gotta figure out how do we get rid of more, or how do we gain more space while keeping keeping all the ammunition we can keep, which is going to be quite a difficult task, but it's hopefully going to be possible. Because if we're not, I have to shave more armor off of this vehicle, which I really don't want to. I just generally don't want to. It's annoying. Now, the only thing I could think that we should try to do, there's two options we got to actually fix this armor issue that we're having. Is the first thing we could do is try turret armor. Basically, have turrets basically become the armor piece for the front section, or we can just reduce the armor of the hull to hopefully to become something that is more reasonable. But we're at like literally 60 and 20 for the turret for the hull, so it's not looking really good for us when it comes to that. So oof, this might be slightly a bit difficult. Even if I minimize the entire front section, we still don't even have enough space for it, which is a big issue because we kind of need armor in the hull. So there we go. The turrets now have free space, or the turrets now completely fill up, but that does not help how much space we still have. Like, that doesn't really change the amount of space. But what we could do, the driver's suppression is now maximum space. He's also gonna be the radio man just because I always have him as a radio man. As much as I would like to get rid of the gunner, the reloader, and actually have an auto loader, um, I don't think we are going to have an auto loader, and doing that kind of makes the gunner have harder time working his own way around. So we're not going to do that, unfortunately. As much as I would like to, we can't. Well, we could, but we don't want to. So let's try to go in reverse and try to like see how fast this thing can go. I have no idea. It's just probably gonna be terrible anyways. 30 kilometers backward. That's better than Soviet speed. We did it, guys. We broke the formula. Yes, we've done good. We got good reverse speed. 30-kilometer reverse speed. That's really, really good. For any MBT, I don't even know what the reverse speed of a Western MBT, but I think it's slower than this. I don't think our forward speed is anything faster than a Western MBT or any MBT, but at least we can retreat better than normal. Yep, we hit 43 right before we actually ran off the strip. So 43 kilometer forward and 30 kilometer backwards. That's actually really good. Of course, it takes a very long time before we actually hit the 40 kilometers, even for, like just 45. Yeah, it takes a while before we can get to 43 kilometers, but and it has to be on very just straight flat road, but that is still really good in my books. The armor in this vehicle, really good. This does 100% give Soviet design. I don't think our trucks are that high yet. I don't think, or at all, or any. So if you don't mind, bring that like down below. We do have a 31 kilometer backward speed, and we should be able to get to 62, but fuel is like 600. That's without fuel tanks, sir. We can add fuel tanks. That's absolutely fine. Soviet-style fuel tanks. Oh, joking. It's a smart way to carry extra fuel, which we kind of do need to do, just because we gain 300 extra fuel, which give us about like 900. I guess we could try to get like one extra 100 of it, and even perhaps another 100. Dedicated to the engine. Better engine equals good stuff. Okay, I wonder how fast we can go. Amarak, they're not fully inside it. What do you mean? Did they go only flying? Who are you? Oh wait, these are my ammunition. How do you guys get out there? I don't even know how they got over there anyways. Oh, it's probably because when I shift the entire thing. Okay, never mind. I've really got to space the wheels out a bit more. Just by looking at this, like, we still have a giant gap in the front, which is weird and probably should not exist. That is something we probably should do, because that gap just doesn't look right. But we can reach the 40 kilometer with ease. It doesn't take too long. It still takes a while. We can even get past 45. That's really fast. Can we hit 50? That's actually a good question, man. Well, it's keep wrapping up. We keep going up. We keep going up. We are past 50. I think it's like 51. Oh, here's 51. With a longer wear call, we can probably go like probably 53. I guess. But of course, that actually helps a lot with the speed. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of engine space for this, but it's not. It could be worse. Well, enough fuel space, so yeah. Might need to put some more fuel tanks on, like more on the side of the hull, just so we have at least some space. But I kind of like this shape. It's a nice design. We of course want to test it out with other tanks in a bit, but we need to fix it, or of course, finish it up. Okay, let's add something like good old T10 good stuff. Good old fashioned T10. Everyone likes T10s, right? So kind of just use the T34 just because I usually like to use this one. I prefer using these just because, not because T34 bias. No, just because I prefer that. Now I think we can go work on the other small stuff, like getting the driver his actual viewport, which would probably center because like there's no point even be putting him on one side. This isn't like a British tank where it's store ammunition like next to the driver. We'll let it go there, and then we want to place one of the exhaust pipes or exhaust vents, or just ventilator. Say that I don't know. I don't know English as well, so oops. Oh well. Do we care? Not really. No, we don't really care. We don't speak English properly. We don't really do anything about it. Okay, I think that's actually looking good. I think. Well, besides that, we need the good old symbol to know which is which. But I want to try something first. Let's get first the paint, right? The good decal we have. Look at all these cool animated ones, including random things we have. Oh great, giant flags. Good old paint scheme. So let's see. We have Winter Bite. And then we have let's give it the actual paint scheme it should have and try see what we can do with it. So after 1 hour and 30 minutes, this is Object Panzer 116B. And, well, it's a very, very nice tank. Nice Soviet design. Love the entire track details and all that kind of cool stuff. The weight of this vehicle is 27.22 tons. Or, yeah, 22.22. And, well, with only 30 rounds, because, well, weight, we don't have a lot of space in this vehicle, unfortunately. The turret armor said we take a lot of stuff up, so that was not fun. And what I like about this tank, it does feel completely new. Like I have not built like a tank like this. I haven't tank in Sprocket like this for quite a long time. And then the last tank I designed like this was Object 270, and that was just some random tank design I wanted to go with. This vehicle is really, really good. Its max speed, of course, is, well, slightly unknown, but is probably about 53 kilometers per hour forwards, and of course 30 kilometers backward, which is very, very good for a Soviet tank, and probably for any NBTs at the time. Of course, this is just classed as a medium tank, not a NBT. Because it was mostly just not really, this probably could be used as an MBT, if anything. Probably was exported. I don't really know the history of this. Probably will come with some history, some fictional history for it before I drop the video. But something that is very, very Soviet-like. The only Soviet thing about it, besides its actual design, gun depression is -3. I repeat, gun depression is only -3. Very, very not depression vehicle. It's not very depressed. Very, very Soviet. The gun elevation, at least the gun elevation height, is just 18. Mainly because I have to limit it. It always goes to 25, so you don't usually have the upper section limitation, but -3. Does that not feel like a Soviet number? But of course, that's like the only Soviet thing beside the design. But, like, still, I really like the design of this vehicle. It is a really, really good and just a lovely design about this vehicle. I don't know what to say, but, like, it's really, really good. I just love it. So what we're going to do next is going to test this vehicle against other vehicles. I'm going to test against many different vehicles that I made. Some from the same nation. Most of them are going to be from different nations, but this will be really, really cool. Okay, so we're going to test it first against our own from the Galaxy Destroyers, and let's test it against. Well, I already did a test, unfortunately, slightly, but P-88 Hammer, a giant tiger tank, basically. Very, very big. Look at that big boy. Fortunately, he's not really that smart. Also, I usually go through that armor. What is your armor? Oh, it does not exist. Giant tank destroyed. You gotta say, see, I love that vehicle. That's just a nice giant freaking. Oh. You know, I never really saw the turret without, like, or saw the vehicle without the turret, so let's just go look at it for a moment. Small mouse tank battleship turret. Look at that. I just ran over a smaller turret. Look at the little one just laying on the ground, just, like, dead. I kind of forgot, then the person kind of makes us more upset, but... giant battleship hull, giant battleship turret. Well, it's not really giant, actually. It's kind of small. It only carries, like, twin 128s. Now I just got high center. So the next vehicle we're going to be testing against, which I kind of already test, Object Panzer 160. A 69-ton heavy tank. We're not testing against a true armor. I don't think we can penetrate it from the front. The thing has 360 millimeters of armor based on the whole end of front, or just on the whole end of turret in the front. We only can penetrate 280, so we can't even penetrate this. The only place we could is like the back of on the side of the turret. We can't even penetrate the back of the hole. I'm thinking, wait a minute, there's like 360 millimeters of armor on the side of around the rear of the hole. We can't even penetrate that. So like, the only weakness of the true weight is just the turret. But we have a normal one. Unfortunately, your turret is very, very vulnerable. Penetrate that, and that's you being oh, got it through. Your turret is just too easy to go through. I'm in objects 16B. And of course, one thing I will do, just overall in my own time, we'll make the version A, because A is just a smaller turret of this, and there wouldn't be really much fun to do it. So, unfortunately, we won't be doing 16A just because that's not really anything interesting. Blitzkrieg Panzer 1A2. I want you to actually shoot me. You actually should be able to do something, or actually no, maybe not. Nope. Me? Yes, I go through your entire hole, lower glaze. This is the powerful gun. Well, then again, its armor is just super good. Like 300 millimeters of armor in the turret. Not a lot of vehicles will be penetrating that. Any other vehicles that we could test against? No, well, not in this nation. Okay, so right now we have a different faction setup. So let's see what they have. Okay, they have not the LT of no, not the 3-ton Sadness. We don't talk about that guy. Okay, we have the original Blitzkrieg Panzer IIs. Oh, sure. 140mm cannon. Try to. Oh, he completely missed. I go through you easily. What did I say? Oops. Giant monster head tank. Uh-oh. Ow. What did I say? Ouch. 140 went straight through me. Well, that didn't go well. Now, probably should know that the French giant prototype, tank was actually going to be affected. And yes, if anyone wanted to know, this was a actual attempt to actually making this vehicle. I don't know. Let's test against the Ferdinand. Okay, the Ferdinand, oh wait, the Ferdinand doesn't have the right gun. Oh yeah, so the Ferdinand doesn't work. The land battleship. I like the, tracks. Oh, hello friends. That's a lot of guns. My engines won't work. Ow. Please stop, ow. Luckily, you don't penetrate, and guess what? Oh, I was hoping you just blow up in pieces, but... I guess we're gonna try one more time. That's just a lot of... Where's your ammunition? And how did I even kill this vehicle in one shot? It's like 4,000 turrets. You should be, like, easily able to survive a single shot of mine. And where's all your ammunition? You guys should have like some ammunition somewhere. I was hoping you guys would explode and like a fireball. Let's see. So the next thing we could test against is I found the T-51. Aw, he's so adorable. He's now in stock, doing nothing. And I don't think he have ammunition anyway, so that's kind of bad for him. Okay, so I think I just gave him like a free run to me. We do have the IS-11 we can test against. Soviet tank versus Soviet tank. Who will win? Oh, I did not fix your gun. Okay, you can't fire. Okay, looks like I'm gonna test you. Okay, here it is. Object Panzer, Object 270. A very, very difficult to actually kill. Ow. That actually hurts. That did not go through you. Alright, go through there. Cool. Okay, another Object 70 goes. That was kind of a sad one. I want to go through your lower hole. Nope, I did not go there. Ow. Okay, there we go. I can go through you. Okay, well, that's good to know. I don't know where that vehicle went through before, but... Oh, there you go. It went through the entire upper section of the turret now. The mechanics are they're going to be pissed off with this, aren't they? They're going to have a fun time with this, too. But, here's my tank. It got half this section just got torn off. But, yeah. So there we go. This is the Object Panzer 116B. A very, very good a good medium tank. It's not really an MBT. It wouldn't be classed as one. I guess you could classify it as an MBT if you really want to. It's a medium MBT, I guess. We could just say a medium MBT. But that's what we got here, and it is quite a good one, if anything. Unfortunately, it adopted the Soviet gun depression issue, so that's sad, but we probably should have known that by now. So anyways, if you guys enjoy this, like, subscribe, spread the channel, and if you guys want to binge more of these videos, you guys can. There's a playlist for you guys to watch, and if you guys just like those, leave a comment down below. Say, hey, I like Sprocket videos. Your weird tank drawings, they're weird, but we like them still. But until then, I will see you guys for next time, and peace.